Hi there, my name is Claire Maxwell at Embodied Learning Systems. Today's video is about market research, the joy factor. And I had a real revelation today while I was talking with a colleague who is part of my community. And I realized how fun it is to share stories, and that this was a real natural way of gathering information about the other person and actually also about myself. And it was just so fun. And I saw that about myself, that sometimes when I get into a business frame of mind or when I'm trying to be professional, that I can sometimes forget the simplicity of human connection. So I would just like to recommend, well, first of all, the reason I'm focused on market research is that from many of the people that I mentor and work with, I see that they've gotten to a certain ceiling where their income has kind of flatlined, and they want to take it to the next level. They want to design courses, they want to expand their business model, but as we all know, it takes a long time to design a new course, to offer a new course, to get the feedback on the new course, and sometimes it doesn't succeed. So you want to give yourself the best chance of succeeding when you put all that work into creating a new offer or a new part of your business. And market research is the only way to do that. So I'm just going to talk about one aspect of it today, which is how you can work it into your initial consultation, because that's such an easy entry point, just to learn the basics about what it is. There are other ways, surveys, interviews, stuff like that, and I go into that a little bit more in a blog post that I'll put a link to in the description box. But this, I just wanted to keep it relatively short and say that when you have an initial consultation, depending on how you think about that in your practice, maybe you even think of it as a sales conversation. I like to think of it as a welcoming experience, or a more like having tea with someone and gathering information. So for me, a first consult is a lot more talking so that we establish understanding and trust before we begin to work together. And so I set up expectations such that the person is expecting that. And there's 4 main questions that help you really make sure that you're a good fit for that person. And those questions are the same questions that a market researcher wants to gather information for. So I'll just list them. I'm going to move a little bit to jog my memory. So the first question is, who are you? And you know, it's funny because personal identity and how we're placed in the culture and in the hierarchies of our culture is such a sensitive topic for so many people. And so this is one I tend to be very gentle with. I don't try to find out too much demographic information about a person when they first come in, unless it's relevant to what the problem they have is. So the demographic and psychographic information, I don't focus on it too much. I just let it be revealed. And so that's the first classic market research question. The second question would be, what is their problem or their struggle, or why are they there? And this is the one that I really want to allow space and time for stories. I don't care. Go all the way back. If you want to talk about a car accident when you were 5, if you need to talk about something at school when you were in high school, whatever, I really want to hear the whole story because it will give me lots of information and I want to enjoy the story. And once I really hear what the problem is, I want to find out, as part of that narrative arc, what have they done to try to solve the problem that hasn't worked? Otherwise, they wouldn't be with me. And what have they done that came closest? So that gives me psychographic information, and it also gives me information about the problem. And I want to laugh, and I want to enjoy myself. Then I want to find out what is it they're wanting to do that they can't do in their life because of the problem. What are their goals? What are their deepest wishes? That too sometimes deepens over time, but I think it's a perfectly fine question to ask somebody because it helps them think about maybe a positive angle on what's going on. And then lastly, oh my God, now I'm forgetting. Oh no, that was it, the passions. Yeah, that's it. And if you have a good time with the person and you enjoy the conversation, that's a pretty good indicator that you would work well together. If you're looking for people only in a certain niche, and you really don't want to work with people that are outside of that niche, then that's the time that you let this person know. But otherwise, if you're having a good time and you know that you can help them from the story they've shared with you, you can tell them a story of how your work has helped another person or how it helped you in your life. And that's a great end to a sales conversation. You don't want to pressure anybody. You don't want to push anything. You just want to let them know that you think you can help them, and then you want to find out if they think you can help them. So it's a sales conversation and it's market research. The only difference is you got to take notes and you got to create a chart where those 4 categories of information, demographic, psychographic, problem, what they've done to solve the problem, what would be happening if they didn't have the problem. Oh my God, I'm missing one. Read the blog post. It's in there. All of those questions. And then each one of your students, start charting it, start looking at the patterns. And when you see patterns, you're better able to help your clients. And you're better able, if you write down the language they use to describe the problems, use that language in your marketing, and you're gonna be able to communicate with them more effectively. Okay, so I hope that was helpful, and I really have come to absolutely adore and enjoy sales conversations, and I used to be so nervous. So it's worth the work to learn these basic steps and to practice them and to get comfortable with them. Because as a business owner, you're just going to keep researching until you retire. All right, peace and love. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I want you to succeed. Peace.